Hey guys, Mecha-san here with another Watch Mojo Top 10 reaction. And it's one about 90s cartoons, so just from that, you know that this list will be quite questionable. And already just it's about the cartoons you forgot were awesome. And again, questionable because the thumbnail had, well, two specific cartoons referencing that. I'm not going to say what they are here, I'll let play out here, but, well, one is still going on, actually. It actually got a relatively recent comic book continuation happening that's still ongoing, and so, no, it's not forgotten at all. And the other, well, that's actually understandable how many people would consider that, forgotten piece of cartoon history there in the 90s, even though we have heard it's getting a reboot, something like that around, but we haven't heard anything at all. In fact, the first one as well is currently having a very early on live action adaptation, which, yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. Let's watch this here. An interesting start as well, because I know the very episode of Cow and Chicken. I'll let first play out.
There's only 25 cents credit on it! You can't spend more than 25 cents! That means you can't afford to buy all these wheels!
Yeah.
Welcome.
Yeah. And to clarify, yeah. Chicken got that credit card as a prize in one of those in a cereal box. Yeah, I'm not kidding. That was the episode. Yeah, that's how we got it. In every box of whatever the cereal's name was, there is a credit card. I remember the dad was like, "My boy becoming a man," and then the whole thing. Yeah, and of course the guy is the RB red guy.
Welcome to Watch Mojo.
Pepper Ann here.
Today we're counting down our picks.
Pepper Ann, much too cool for 7th grade. God damn, I love how she made a cameo in Amphibia.
90s cartoons that might have slipped under your radar.
Wow, Bobby's World. People don't mention this that much, but wow, really? It went on for 8 years. This is like one of the earliest of Fox Kids shows. And right now, I've seen it currently kind of continuing on in the fan community with some sort of commission crossover with Irma. Ugh.
Bobby, shh. I'm on the phone here. I'm trying to get a job.
Trying to get a job, wow.
Number 10,
Darkwing Duck. Tale of the Oldest Mystery. No one can forget this was awesome, especially with the recent, DuckTales cartoon that happened. Like, where is our Darkwing Duck spin-offs there cartoon? Modern revival, come on. Especially with how you teased Negaduck. The mystery was champion of right. Soups on the shadow. Oh God, I forgot so much of the song.
Off of DuckTales takes the IP in an action-packed direction.
Yes!
Chronicling the
Thank
heroic
Kennard.
adventures of Drake Mallard, who fights crime as the titular Darkwing. He's like a cross between Batman, the Shadow, Donald, and Daffy Duck.
It is amazing how he's not related to Donald Duck at all, considering the Duck family tree, how extensive it is. But no.
It's a fly!
It's a fly?
Got him!
Stop it! Oh. The lengths people went to at the time to kill the annoying little insect pests. Ouch!
Singed!
The show was one of the first to toy around with the standard conventions of the superhero genre. It parodied famous heroes and concepts
Yes.
without ever tearing down those ideas. The
Yeah,
writers
just
weren't afraid
had
to
fun.
dip their beak into the wacky world of comic book media. If you look at everything in the DuckTales and Looney Tunes pantheon, this show might get lost in the shuffle.
Unless I miss my guess, I'd say a robbery has taken place here.
Yeah, no shit.
Who did this dastardly deed?
Oh!
Regardless, Darkwing Duck was the first cartoon to make putting capes on anthropomorphic ducks cool.
Yes, they look cool.
There's one thing a fire is good for. It's toasting Crazy Kevin's classic cocktail weenies.
Number 9.
Why not? You didn't say any of those like analogies like that? Come on. Bobby's World. Da, 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 da. I don't remember so many episodes of Bobby's World, actually.
If there's one thing this cartoon does best, it's showcase the awesome power of imagination. A 4-year-old boy named Bobby Generic dreams up
Bobby
all kinds of unique
Generic?
situations.
That was
and
his last
ends up
name?
learning a thing or two along the way.
I got a great idea. How you...
It's definitely a show that's geared towards a very young audience, but that doesn't mean it didn't
The
tackle
sister?
some serious things.
The jerk older brother here, which, yeah, I just wanted to punch him.
Dweeb, Dad just lost his job.
Lost your job? Ouch! Oh, that's a trip to the poorhouse.
They managed to address
Oh, boy.
something as heavy as death and do it in a kid-friendly and entertaining way. Considering that the show ran for 7 seasons, you know
7?
it did something right.
What? Yeah. Wow. Back then. Nowadays, it's a miracle if cartoons, no matter how good they are, can get a second season. 7? But yeah, Bobby's World, I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep up with that here. I really hate that here. It's like, you got great cartoons, yes. It's like animation takes time, animation is expensive. Imagine doing animation back then when they used cells and such. How would that be like here? In fact, I wish someone would like do a comparison just for inflation, like how much cartoons cost back then compared to now and everything, and just to make it just for 7 seasons, just to make multiple seasons here. It's like, yay. I really hate how so many great cartoons and animated works and sitcoms and such, they're lucky to make it to 2 or 3 seasons here. It happens, of course, I know that, but it's very rare nowadays.
I got a whole star.
This wasn't a cartoon that was trying to radically redesign what children's animation could be, but it
Yeah.
didn't have to be.
Yeah.
It was a fun cartoon about a boy and his wonderful mind.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes you don't have to change anything. Just stick to what works. Just keep on. But, just show a new light here, or another way, improve. Like, don't change it, but just evolve it. Evolve it, or show it another angle, another way, ways people haven't done yet.
You know, it's okay for things to change. Because sometimes when they change, they turn out better than you think they will.
That's a good moral.
Reboot.
Oh!
The user lives outside the net.
You know
And
what?
puts games to play.
Yeah. I love Reboot.
No one knows for sure, but I intend to find out. Reboot!
God, what's Mainframe Entertainment doing now? I just wondering that. Cause yeah, Reboot, Beast Wars, and the less said about Guardian Code, the better. I did like Megabyte's upgraded form there. It's like, he had some cool forms here, like when his normal form, and then when he became a Trojan horse virus, and then when he was digitally enhanced here, and then the Guardian Code here. It's like, it also was a good way to explain why his voice was different. After all, the Tony J, he passed away at that time. So, okay, people gonna complain about Megabyte not sounding like Tony J. There's nothing we can do about this. There's nothing we can do about that. So let's have him have a full-on, like, a total upgrade that changes him up a bit here, and that can be used to explain the way his voice changed. Simple as that. I mean, it's the same. It's a much better way than they did for explaining why Leonardo sounded different after Seth Green took over in the Nickelodeon's Turtles show. I don't nothing against that way, but I accept that way here. But I'm just saying comparatively, the reason why Megabyte sounded differently in the reboot, in the Guardian Code, is certainly make more sense.
Cyberspace adventures are all the rage in this sci-fi space.
Yeah.
Reboot centers around Bob, a protector of a special technological city called Mainframe, who battles sentient tech viruses.
Living. Yeah, it's a living. The whole premise was like, this is how the computers are. There's literally a world inside your computer, every computer. That's the whole premise here. This is all going on here with all the programs, everything going on their day, doing their assigned task, and then you got viruses. You got like Guardians, which are basically antivirus protectors. We have firewalls happening.
This isn't just a cartoon about fighting monstrous malware, though. It's a look at the rapid rise of technology and its impact on our larger society.
Just seeing all those pop-up windows, the old school look of them, it's like, geez, they're bringing back memories when I used to like work, when I used to like try to check out the IBM computers. Wow. And yeah, that's right. This show also kind of helped me steer away from playing PC games because I thought, okay, if I win these games, I could damage my computer. That's a lot of people. I guarantee you, a lot of people thought that. So that's why we stuck more to consoles.
Megabyte wants some little favor. He didn't say what.
Just a little favor, huh? Maybe you should do it if it means we can stay online.
It's surprisingly deep when you think about it. You could argue that this show's 3D style of animation can look odd.
Oh, my Bob.
Oh,
how nice of you.
Megabyte.
I see now that you're the big circuit in town. I'll throw my chips in with you.
Please, don't come in.
I love that voice. Him and frickin' Hexadecimal. Oh.
But the story more than makes up for it. That distinct art choice they went with is kind of a big deal, too. It was one of the first shows to be completely animated by computers.
Stay frosty.
Yeah, I mean, without this, would we... Actually, no, I mean, this actually, Reboot was what? What would you say Reboot was? Sorry, I'm going to have to go back a bit here. 94. 94! So this technically predates Toy Story by at least a year. So yeah, like this Toy Story was the first ever like fully CG movie. So use like CGI entirely, and you kid show. This is like the first ever, as far as I know, use of full CGI, computer CGI to make
that distinct
a TV
art
show.
Choice they went with is kind of a big deal too. It was one of the first shows to be completely animated by computers.
Yeah.
Stay frosty.
Yeah, exactly.
Simply put, its impact on animation.
So yeah, if we didn't have this, we probably wouldn't have Toy Story.
Shouldn't be ignored.
What are they?
You'll see.
Hidden file commands. Gotta love them.
Adios.
Number 7.
The Tick. But oh, come on. The Tick. Nah, it's still. I mean, they tried to keep it going. The live action adaptation with the first one with Patrick Warburton, I thought was pretty good. I think that voice of his kind of fit the Tick. And then there was a recent one which I haven't seen, but I've seen clips of it. I've seen clips and stuff like that. It's like, it's the Tick, all right. That's the Tick. I love this Tick.
Another superhero satire. The Tick is about a larger-than-life superhero who defends his city from danger with the aid of his accountant sidekick Arthur and other equally eccentric heroes.
What's this? Happy birthday to me. You are cordially invited to a birthday party for the world's greatest criminal mastermind. Gift required. Come see me commit the most daring, spectacular crime of this or any other century.
Oh, the chair-face birthday episode where he tries to write his name on the moon. And these guys pretty much sneak in the club with disguised as caterers. I love how they poke fun at that here. It's like, yeah, like they got their costumes underneath the other catering outfit here with their cow and everything, and like nobody can tell. But something familiar about those three.
Cool, the crime of the century.
It's a laugh out loud
yes,
that takes
I
the
love this
concept
show.
of costume do-gooders and drastically over-exaggerates.
Yes.
See you later, sewer urchin.
Sewer urchin, yeah.
right.
There are supervillains in here that are literally called Breadmaster and
Yep.
Chairface Chippendale.
Chairface,
How can
yeah.
you not be entertained?
Evacuate the building! This bread's gonna blow!
You heard him.
Must be running now.
Yeah, run.
Isn't the only 90s cartoon to parody superheroes, but it's definitely one of the most iconic.
Yeah.
It won multiple awards
There-
and
there it
even
is.
spawned a few live-action shows later on.
That is the biggest darn whirly bird I have ever seen.
God damn! Yes! Patrick Warburton is like, if they make another hit cartoon, have Patrick Warburton, like, voice the Tick! That's just perfect. He's made for that.
If you've got an itch for some unconventional, self-aware superheroes, this is the show for you.
Listen, I want you to double, no, triple the explosive charge you usually use.
Number 6, The Critic.
Oh.
Hi,
Never saw a
this
critic.
is Gene Shalit. I'm having a bad hair day. If you don't believe me, look out the window.
Don't look out the window.
The glory days of Cisco and Ebert might be long gone, but film discourse lives on in Jay Sherman, this cartoon's titular movie critic.
It stinks.
The show riffs on cinema and also gives us glimpses of Jay's personal life.
Come on, Dad, we're gonna be late for career day.
I had a career once, but I threw it away for you.
It enjoys success in its
Oof.
2-season run, but could
2
arguably
seasons.
resonate even more with today's generation. Nowadays, people host their own review columns and
3
write
months later, yep.
10-page movie dissertations on their letterbox.
I helped write this picture, but believe me when I say this is the worst movie ever made.
Point is, we live in a world run by social media where everyone is hyper-aware
Yeah,
of the media they consume. So,
this
a show
is-
that playfully mocks the Hollywood machine sounds like a welcome addition. The Critic is a cartoon you
Sounds
simply
like,
have to watch.
Mr. Sherman, I'm
sounds like it was ahead of its time,
from the New
basically.
York Post. Do you mind if we take a few liberties with your story?
No.
No.
In an age where
Don't do that.
everyone wants to be one. Number 5, Street Sharks.
Yeah. I know that
There's something
they made some revival toys of it,
seriously
but
fishy with scientist
yeah,
Robert Bolton
Street
and
Sharks.
Luther Paradigm. The duo attempts to
I
turn
remember
sea life
watching
into
that
human-like
show,
creatures through a special
but-
device called a gene slammer.
This is outrageous. You're not going to use
it was one of those shows
findings
where
this
I was
way.
lucky to catch on TV.
When they clash over how to use it, Paradigm turns Bolton's
And-
4 sons into aforementioned Street Sharks as revenge. The series shares similar DNA with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, with
Oh,
both
it was a
franchises
ripoff.
featuring genetically modified crime-fighting humanoids.
It was a ripoff of TMNT.
In fact, the Sharks are constantly battling other miscreations to save their city. They even team up with an awesome group of alien dinosaur heroes called the Dino-Vengers.
Dino
While Street
Vengers?
Sharks never rose to the level of fame of its heroic half-shell
The
counterpart.
Dino
there's
Vengers?
clearly
I
still
never-
lots to
what?
love.
Good. I have your attention. Now listen to me. You're not going to survive out here. Your only choice is to come with me.
Bring the show back, I guess. I mean, come on, give it a shot. I mean, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles keep on coming back every so often, so why not just try to work with the Street Sharks here, make a cool story behind them?
If you want to find your father. What have you done with them? Let's get him.
Number 4,
Pepper and but Pepper and but you cool for the Duran Pepper 1 in a million.
Middle school
God
can be
damn,
a
yeah.
challenging time in people's lives.
Because whenever the class pictures came out, everyone...
I'm so surprised. This 1997? That show always struck me as 2000s, early 2000s here, but 97. Wow, late 90s.
would point to me...
Maybe because it was ABC and everything like that. I think I started watching like Disney's One Saturday Morning, like the ABC Kids stuff like that, when Power Rangers Ninja Storm was airing on that one. I had to consume as much Power Rangers as I can. May the power live on forever.
And laugh. Just because all my last pictures either look like this
Or this. Or this.
Pepper Ann
Oh,
knew
wow.
that pretty well.
What am I going to do?
Her cartoon followed her various experiences while trying to navigate being a teenager. While it may sound like your standard coming-of-age story, Pepper Ann was a trailblazer.
Goodbye, my pustular foe. Prepare to dry. Better put some more on.
Oh boy.
It's gone.
Yes.
Now nothing can stop me from taking a great yearbook picture.
Characters
yearbook
didn't
picture, yeah.
necessarily act the way audiences were used to, and the show covered serious topics too. It wasn't afraid to be bold.
I mean, nowadays I think they act exactly like people would.
It was also Disney's first animated series made by a woman. As such, it provided an extra
Really?
level of representation for young girls and
Wow.
redefined how female characters could be portrayed in animation.
Yeah, I did not know that. Maybe I did and I forgot. It's been a while.
Hey, girl, you look like $1 million. You are a pretty one, a sassy, witty one, with your red hair ablaze. You capture every game.
I thought you was gonna throw a rock in that window. I didn't like that here when cartoon characters can just pull out what they need in the right moment here out of like just on the ground or from their pockets. Oh, oh boy, just happened to be right there.
You could argue that Pepper Ann paved the way for many other successful cartoons.
My life is back.
Number 3.
Real Monsters! Unfortunately, I can see why people forgot this one. I like this. This is great times.
Where monsters run rampant.
Yes. Oh boy. I just missed this. What happened to the times when cartoons could be weird and vile and gross and just like it almost encouraged the kids to just dive into trash. Oh god, back then was great here. Just enjoy it. You can go ew, but with a smile on your face. Ew, that's disgusting. Nowadays, they're so clean and sanitized.
Real Monsters follows various oddballs who attend a special school dedicated to the art of scaring humans.
Yep.
They're training to be masters of fear, which is pretty terrifying when you think about it. Despite the unsettling premise, this is
they just scare kids. They just scare. It's nothing bad here. It's like it's just like pulling pranks and such. Just terrify. Just scare. That's all they do. They like you go and then they leave. It's not like they eat them. It's not like they eat them or do anything slasher movie related. It's literally just scaring people.
This is a quirky comedy.
Ever seen such things?
Finally, some kids with imagination.
What are you all supposed to be?
Well, that one's a candy cane, and that one's like a
monster,
jackrabbit or something.
It was a
They're
weirdly
monsters.
entertaining show where monsters not only had schools, but also their own function in society.
Yeah.
The cartoon was basically Monsters, Inc. before
Pretty much.
Monsters, Inc.
Pretty much, yeah. Good. Yeah, that's exactly it.
I've seen this face on TV a lot more often.
Even the very premise here, where I would be surprised they took wholesale element from Our Real Monsters to make Monsters Inc. here. Like the monsters needed to scare people just to survive, literally here. In this case here, in Monsters Inc., they need to scare people to get the power source they need for their civilization to survive.
Yeah, like on Monstropolis' Most Wanted.
We're not calling
Monsters
Mike and
Most
Sully
Wanted.
copycats or anything,
Nah, they're not,
but
they're
they
not.
might have a few similarities to this crew of creatures. Either way, Real Monsters
The premise,
is scary
definitely.
good.
Yes.
Now listen to me. You have no idea what we have been through.
She's not well. Don't listen to her.
We are lost. We are freezing.
We are hungry.
And we are tired. And that human is ours. To understand, that is our skill.
Number 2.
Freakazoid. Freakazoid. Runs. Freakazoid.
This
Runs
maniac
around in
became a
underworld
slapstick superhero
underwear.
like no other.
Yes.
He was another
Cosgrove. Oh, rest in peace. F in the chat for Ed Asner. We can never have another Cosgrove. We can never have another Hudson from Gargoyles. We can never have so much. I mean, it's, at the very least, I know that Freakazoid did appear as a special guest in Teen Titans Go, and they actually got Ed Asner to reprise his role as Cosgrove one last time, so that's great. But Cosgrove there was the greatest police officer ever. I mean, he can stop a crime just by saying, "Hey, cut it out," and he will do it.
Superpowered costume crime fighters.
It's a real superpower.
But that's hardly a bad thing.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. Enemy aircraft are bad. Filed, stored.
His over-the-top humor and ability to peel back the curtain by talking to the audience meant you couldn't look away.
Yes.
Deadpool might have made fourth wall breaks famous, but Freakazoid was pretty good at it too.
That's because we make lots of things better than other people.
The show has more than just a lovable oddball going for it too. It's
I still remember as well when one episode, like freaking Yakko Warner and picking the brain just appeared in there, and then they went to freaking Steven Spielberg to ask, "Who's your favorite?" Only for him to say, "And who are you guys?"
Them from Bruce Timm and Paul Dini, with developer Tom Ruger and voice actor Paul Rudd bringing their signature humor. Freakazoid was also executive produced by Steven Spielberg. With a wealth of talent behind the screen and a litany of cool characters on it, this cartoon is more than worth a watch.
The thing that made the thing about Spielberg as well, that he produced it, but he took a very hands-off approach here. He just let the writers and such have fun. Have fun. Go wacky. Look, take a page from the Looney Tunes and other stuff here, and just act like a bunch of like a crazy hyperactive monkeys in the studio there. I don't know.
Come on, buddy. Let's get out of here.
Oh wow!
Before we unveil our top pick,
Earthworm Jim.
Few honorable mentions.
Yeah, that one.
Earthworm Jim.
Yeah, that's one that's easy to forget. Unfortunately, yeah. I mean, had like what 1-2 seasons, and I was extremely lucky to have ever caught this cartoon on TV.
A worm who also doubles as a hero? Sounds like a fun watch.
Oh, I should have known. Superheroes and evil twins go together like peanut butter and evil peanut butter.
Evil peanut.
SWAT Cats, the Radical Squadron.
Yeah, this is the one that was on the thumbnail as well. The other one here, SWAT Cats. I keep hearing about, there's supposedly rumors about a reboot / spin-off continuation. I don't know, a new cartoon for SWAT Cats. And it's nothing. And there's nothing. Like, come on, when is it? I want the return of SWAT Cats already. I like this show. This is awesome. It had a lot of it had a usual here, like, monsters of the week here, where repeating villains come in. Sometimes they get some new villains here, but I still liked it here. I liked seeing these guys go out, stop these guys here, using every type, and like a brand new missile type weapon here, like piranha missiles, buzzsaw missiles. Come on, it was so awesome. And heck, there was even an episode explaining how do you? I mean, I know you work at a junkyard, but come on, how can all this crazy tech be there for you to build all this? And it was explained that, yeah, this is where a lot of the enforcers, the police force of the New Cat City, dump their tech here, like dump their tech and such and everything. So it's all it's all there, all the tech they need here, and we got the genius right here. And so yeah,
if you want fearless felines doing all
and these guys were former enforcers as well,
this show is for you.
There's big trouble. It's Dark Cat.
Dark Cat?
He's broken into the Mecha-Cat nuclear plant, and the enforcers are helpless to stop him.
Got it. Yep, the enforcers. Aren't they always helpless? It's like, that's like standard here. Like the Pharaoh, the leader of the enforcers, tries, talks a big game, but in the end,
Miss Briggs, we're on our way.
Oh, the show used guns, like legitimate guns. Like they fired and casing came out and everything.
Two stupid dogs. They might not be the sharpest tools in the shed, but they're super entertaining.
Yeah, sure.
Sheesh, this is caca.
This is caca
here.
The Pirates of Darkwater. An extraterrestrial swashbuckling prince sells the high seas for treasure.
Yeah.
What's not to-
Yeah, I've heard about this, and it's actually on the rotation for Prime Video's Cartoon Rewind, but I never got the desire to watch it. Even then, it's like, meh.
To love.
I'm surprised we came through it safely.
Not all of us. We were 4, now we're 3. Niddler, you're all right.
Biker Mice from Mars. With a name like that, you've got to check this show out.
I didn't at all. I think it was on Fox Kids at the time. Like it premiered and everything like that, and our Fox Kid, one of the 90 Saturday morning cartoon networks, which I also watched, but I never got into the series here. It just sounded too meh. And there was already so many other cartoons at the time. Especially this time period, we had like the Big Guy and Rusty, Godzilla the series, probably Power Rangers. I think Men in Black the series. Whew. There's a lot.
Moto here gave his arm to the cause. Vinny got half his face taken off. That's why he wears the mask.
Yeah, but that's okay, because what's left is definitely grade A mouse material.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, Gargoyles. This animated series is about an ancient...
This is the other one that was on the thumbnail. Like, no one forgot this was a fucking awesome show at all. I sure didn't. No way. And considering there's a comic book continuation of it currently going on, clearly Disney didn't either. This was peak. Dun 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 dun. Currently, Disney Plus is supposedly gonna make a live action, which I don't know. I don't know, but how much is gonna change about it? Because I like they had just such deep lore on the gargoyles here. Like these creatures, these beings. They're not aliens or a product of magic. They evolved naturally from a surviving species of dinosaurs. They are literally called the first race of the Earth. Like there's first race gargoyles, second race humans, and third race, the fair folk, Oberon's children. Those are the lost race, which we saw like one of their surviving architectures underneath Castle Wyvern, that whole like Stonehenge location. Apparently, supposedly they were rivals of the third race here. I don't know if that's the third race and war happened, stuff like that. I don't know, but so yes, there's the whole thing, and the whole thing with and the new Olympians are like the offsprings of basically technically hybrids of the third race here, and whoever they made it with, because given the third race's shape-shifting nature, they can mate with any species here. And I'm not talking just the first and second race here. I'm talking any of them here. If they chose to mate with a frickin' horse or fish, it could happen. And thus,
kind of sentient gargoyles
moving on.
Who are reawakened in modern time.
The whole thing turned to stone here. They're the ones that inspired the whole gargoyle grotesque statues here. And heck, it also explains why, those gargoyles, those statues were seen as protector spirits, like the legacy. But of course, humans, being dumbasses they are, and a bunch of selfish pricks who, just see them and see monsters and evil like that. But really, they don't like to share the world. Even though these guys were perfectly fine with, hey, you know what, let's play the space here. I don't mind sharing the land with you. These humans were greedy assholes that didn't want to share here, and they justify the genocide by saying, yeah, these guys are monsters, they'll do horrible things, they take our children. And you go, may you all burn in hell.
Hey! Let me out! It's cold in here! We'll save you. You push, and we'll pull.
Oh, come on, it's not that hard. Come on, you guys are super strong. I mean, gargoyles have from 10 to 40 times the strength of humans. Come on. It's not more.
The Gargoyles then decide to protect New York City from evil threats, including dastardly business tycoon David Xanatos.
Yes!
Gargoyles was
That's
rich
an
with
awesome
compelling
line.
storylines that tackled serious issues
Yes.
and never talked down to its audience. Kids could enjoy watching this without a problem.
When somebody does something wrong, I find out who and arrest them.
Who says what's wrong?
Well, we have a justice system.
The law.
Laws, penalties, assessments that the people decide.
You mean the humans decide?
The great thing is that their parents could get a real kick out of it too. A common misconception people have with cartoons is that they can only ever be about silly stories where nothing really happens.
Yeah, that sounds like what many people thought fairy tales or... why do we still have that dumb aspect? It's like cartoons and animation are a perfect way to teach kids so much important stuff. I mean, we still do that here. I mean, PBS certainly does that for their kids here, teaching them things like the ABCs or tolerance and whatever.
With that being said, Gargoyles basically made it their mission to put respect on the name of animation.
Yes!
The world is just as savage as the one I remember.
You're judging it the way humans have judged you. I mean, sure, the city shows an ugly face sometimes, but there's more to it than that.
Are there any underrated 90s cartoons we forgot? Let us know in the comments down below.
Let the good times roll.
I don't remember that episode. Been a while, but yeah.
Did you?
Yeah. Maybe the Zeta Project? You guys remember that one? On Kids WB? Trying to remember some, but yeah. I love. To this day, the one thing I completely disagree with the director of creator of Gargoyles, Greg Weisman, is that Elisa and Goliath can't sire children. They go to adopt. No, you have half the fucking Star Trek in there. That show here, and in Star Trek, you can have freaking aliens from different planets have kids. So I say, human gargoyle hybrid, please. Those two deserve a child, a natural born child. Well, we got the fandom to give us that here, so that's a good thing. All right, guys, thank you for watching. As always, kind of what you all thought. Like for our videos here. Tell me, what 90s cartoon do you think they did not add here? As I mentioned, State of Pride, but now that I think about it, I think that was 2000s. Trying to think of other cartoons from the 90s here. Oh, Ned's Newt. I keep mentioning that one here. Who here remembers Ned's Newt? I like that show. Huh. And now I'm remembering Angela Anaconda. Whew. Oh well, until the next one, this is Mecha-san, logging out.